Hello! I'm going to tell you an interesting tale. The story of Androcles and the lion. Androcles was a slave in the ancient Roman Empire. All of his family were slaves as well, and they had come to accept it. But not Androcles. Androcles hated being a slave. He hated working for nothing, he hated how he and his family were treated like mules, and he hated having no control over his own life. Androcles loved the thought of being free, and though he made no plans to escape, he often daydreamed of what he would do if he had his freedom. One day, when Androcles was being treated particularly horribly, he finally decided to run. He knew that there was very little chance of survival, for if he was caught, he would be tortured to death as an example for the other slaves. But he simply didn't care anymore. Androcles ran for hours. He ran until he was completely exhausted. When he finally stopped running, he was thirsty, starving, and in such ragged condition that he could barely recognize himself. Seeing that nightfall had already come, Androcles went looking for shelter and found a small cave that would suit his needs. He went to sleep without a second thought. The next morning, Androcles woke up and realized that he had taken shelter in a cave belonging to some animal. He immediately got up to leave, but found his way blocked by a lion. Androcles thought he was done for, but then noticed that the lion was not showing signs of hostility, but of pain. Androcles moved closer and examined the lion. He found a large thorn lodged in its paw. Androcles realized what had happened and pulled out the thorn. Upon having the thorn pulled from its foot, the lion was first enraged at Androcles for causing him more pain, but then realized that his paw was not hurting anymore. Feeling a great sense of gratitude, the lion walked up to Androcles and licked his face. From that point onward, Androcles and the lion were the best of friends. They helped each other survive in the harsh wilderness. However, after several happy years spent in friendship, something terrible happened. Androcles was exploring the woods a little farther from home than usual, when he heard a sound that he feared more than that of any animal: the sound of human voices. Androcles tried to run, but he was quickly caught and surrounded. The voices he had heard turned out to be those of soldiers looking for runaway slaves. The soldiers took Androcles to the Colosseum, where he was to be part of a gladiatorial battle. When the time came for Androcles to fight, it was decided that he should be pitted against a lion. Androcles knew that he was done for. The lions they kept in the Colosseum were kept starving so that they would be more vicious in combat and give no second thought to attacking whatever they saw. With only a club to use against the lion, Androcles prepared to die. However, when the gate was opened, what greeted Androcles was not a savage killer, but his friend, the lion from the forest. The lion saw Androcles and bounded to him. The lion laid at his feet and licked his ankle. The crowd watching Androcles was in awe and demanded that he be spared. The emperor, seeing that he could gain good standing with his people by freeing Androcles, offered him a very good position on his council. However, Androcles refused it and asked that he simply be allowed to return to the forest with the lion. The emperor granted Androcles' request and declared him a free man. Androcles and the lion returned home, and they lived happily ever after.